here we go in a game number 1 between Java and Radish. We've got Ember versus Petra, and opening up here with the guitars. Let's see what Java's able to do. And one thing I do like about Java's playstyle, as opposed to anybody else that I watch while playing Brawlhalla, is that the
Sim, tu pegou? Não, não lembro de ter pegado. Tem que dar uma olhada.
He's got something that is specific to that legend that he's going to be bringing out. And what I've been seeing earlier today, both in pools and on the side stream, is that down signature on the bow, getting those spikes for players that like to hold on to the side of the stage. And we'll see if Java's able to get that against Radish here in this best of 5.
Well,
que isso?
Java
Entendi.
that side light there and then no follow-up. Could have gotten a D-light true, but tries to go for a mix-up there, maybe read a spot dodge and get a little bit of extra
Dodge da bateria?
But despite that, is getting
Depois eu vejo ali.
a string of blows here as Radish pretty much leaving him unanswered. Another recovery, finally fights his way out the corner.
Yeah, great.
Eles anunciaram as novidades no início da live?
Side air, Java, however, pushes Radish off the side of the stage, and the neutral comes out instead of the down sig, which is what I was expecting there. But the Nair sends Radish flying, gets a disarm from that orb, and Radish picking up the gauntlets has an opportunity.
Quero sair desse chique seu lindão.
Goes punished, and Java looking for the down air,
Mano.
the side air, anything. No, Radish fights his way back, gets the recovery.
Ai, velho, eu achei tão lindo as sigs do crossover, velho. Zugo pra roteiro ficou legal. Eu não consigo imaginar ele muito de Spear, mas eu não consigo imaginar ele com nenhuma outra arma quase, tá ligado? Zuko.
Dare side air weapon throw does not hit. Radish barely avoids getting what could have been a 0 to knock up there, and Java continues with a fresh pair of guitars. Neutral lane and Nair, second Nair, weapon throw from Nair, a Java special, something that he innovated on the hammer and has taken to every single weapon that he's played since. He loves getting those weapon throws and to pick up immediate attacks, just like we saw kind of with earlier, but now here in this game 1, Radish evens it up 2-2.
Okay, now what is the answer going to be here from Radish? Needs to bring this game back as Java is looking pretty poised here to go ahead and secure game 1. Has so much damage racked up. The neutral signature from Daryl not quite being enough with this recovery.
Ai, achei que não fosse daqui eu.
Oh, and just barely. I think any lower, and Radish was at that perfect knockback angle to where he would have been able to come back to the stage, but Java takes a huge lead, and the guitars continue.
Oh, Daryl. É o Daryl, né?
Nice face dodge reverse dare, and Radish with the ground pound gets Java at yellow, and what was looking like was going to be an amazing Java combo gets interrupted as he lets that recovery rip a little too soon.
Yeah, I think it was one of those moments where, you know, depending
Pode
on
nerfar
when you
já.
get hit by that guitar neutral air, oh, he got hit! He traded with the recovery, it's fine, he makes it back to the stage, but
the stuff recovery is what made me think that
Acertou, velho.
instead of flying, using the hovering mechanic of that, because he didn't gravity cancel, it got the full charge while going for that down signature. Hits Java, attacks on a ton of damage, it keeps the game even.
Meu cabelo, tô agoniado com meu cabelo.
just like that, these two are back scrapping again, and Radish is on that orb, which he's so good with. Can Java retaliate, trying to find an option? That neutral signature is going to be an answer, because we've seen a lot of jumping coming out from Radish. There goes Java again, saying, I'm not afraid to let it rip. He's trying to bait him to keep him grounded so he can go for a D-light recovery.
Radish with that side light, trying to catch the landing from Java, and Java goes to the other side. The neutral sig would definitely knock out here. Radish trying to avoid this attack. Side light comes through, and Java trying to bully him to the side of the stage, gets the recovery. A little too low towards the stage, get that knockup, but the second one will definitely knock out no matter where he gets it. And Radish without a weapon, fighting his way back to stage. The down light dodge, the side light slider connects, and Java, bow knocked out of his hands, means an orb ground pound could do it. Java, however, with the Nair, gets back to the stage and just throws the bow away. And that recovery will seal the deal for game number 1. As Java with a nice head nod goes, all right. You got me with that knockout on the orb on the left side of the stage, but the momentum is still mine, and that's true.
Vai ficar no passado até quando, Stud? Por quê? Olá, Lex, tudo bom? Tá na Twitch? Não sou uma bota? Sim, sim, sim. Tô no Twitch. É bem estiloso, a aparência me lembra a Beowulf, a arma que o Dante usa no Devil May Cry 3. Ah, eu não sei, eu não joguei Devil May Cry. É Devil May Cry, não é? JX.
Ember defense.
Yeah, and you take that replay back to stock if you wanted to, and you would see that orb getting the stuff recovery effects while Java was at yellow and just losing that stock there. And that was the huge swing, because up until that point, Java was getting maybe 20 more damage per engagement with the guitars. He kept getting Radish off the side of the stage and doing a chase dodge pivot down air that led to even more damage with the guitars. So we're going back to Apocalypse and seeing how Radish is going to be able to adapt to the guitar play from Java, because so far he's looking very strong in this best of 5.
And going right back into it, we can see Java on this bow, trying to get those extended punishes, but Radish on the orb is so good at playing the neutral game grounded, right? He's so good at picking up those side lights, and then once you start approaching on the ground, like he ran all the way to the other side of the stage there. He knew that D-light was coming.
Oh man, and Java now on the side of the stage with so much damage hits to send him flying. Bo with very damaged in his hands. Another hit could send him being unarmed. Will he switch over to it? Is he full onto this one? Falling there. He has a chance to switch, but Rage with that side air gets him down here. Recovery then sent early on. Dowsing dodge on the way. Picks up the bow on the way back and gets a nair for it. Java somehow turning that disadvantaged state into an advantage state as he gets more damage on the Radish and could be close to taking the stock there. Finally, the bow gets sent out of his hands.
And it's plays like that that get Java this far. Like there's no one else doing wacky recoveries like that and getting away with it as often as he does. But he manages to take these very precarious situations and flip the script on his opponent and secure a lead for himself in that manner.
Weapon throw forward does hit Radish. Pickup gets the nair. Radish dodges one neutral life with the weapon throw to pick up means he has an edge guard here. Does he go for the down? No, he just waits for the sweat beads and look at that. Weapon throw forward into the weapon spawn means Java. Perfect denial. No, I cannot believe he has survived that unarmed recovery. That orb Sarah definitely will not be coming back from that as Radish takes the first strike in game 2.
And the toughest thing, I think, is trying to maintain a lead against a character like Emerald.
Refutou a comunidade inteira por quê? Que... É uma botas? Amigo, tem trailer no canal do Brawlhalla. Dá uma olhada lá. Mas é uma bosta sim.
But let's see, Java, if he can get this knockout without taking any damage, we've seen how well he can do in the guitars with one good dodge read.
Pior que Magger nem é, tipo, o menos jogado do jogo. Sempre que é arma nova, vem 3 seguidas, ou 4, né? Porque quando saiu foi, eu acho que foi 4. Não, mas o que tem a ver? O que tem a ver refutar a comunidade? Live da live, curioso. Oi, pô, quanto vocês tem um? Primeira vez na live, mano, espero que goste. Espero que goste da livezinha, tá? É nóis, seja bem-vindo. Rapaz, live da live, pouco. Gente, que puder ajudar a livezinha no YouTube, tá bom? A gente conseguiu umas horas lá pra monetizar o canal. Eu agradeço a exclamação live aqui na Twitch, tá? Refutar a comunidade porque geral achou que ia ter corrente, no final foi uma bota. Eu não achei que ia ter corrente. Porque, sinceramente, eu só achei que, tipo, era representativo, tá ligado? Eu até comentei com o pessoal aqui. Poderia ser também, né? Poderia ser, tipo... Por que não ser uma corrente? É legal. Vector é o mais jogado do jogo. Tinha que ser o martelo do Chapolin aqui. Tava no YouTube aí eu percebi que isso tava farmando hora e vim pra cá. Ah não, pô, mas deixa lá, dá uma ajudinha pro tio aí. Mas eu tô lá, o pessoal comenta lá, eu tô lá junto, tá ligado? Estamos fazendo live em 2 lugares ao mesmo tempo, mano.
And will it be enough? Java, like, it's always so sad to see something like that happen in a, like a top 8 situation. But despite that, I've seen it happen to players of
Próxima arma Deus sabe quando vai vir.
Bring it back. I mean, check out this play. He said, "Go to sleep, boy." Oh, how did that hit? Very tip back end hit of the orb recovery managed to clip Java's toe as he went for the unarmed down air.
Yeah, the orb literally orbiting Radish there as he comes back to the stage, and Java looking for that dive kick, just times it wrong, gets hit by on the way back, and the ground pound released just like frames away from connecting with Radish and taking that first knock, but the neutral sig will do it as he gets sent flying to the top.
Eu sou bom no sapato, arma nova. Tem que ter um salto alto, velho. Tem que ter skin de salto alto para aquela arma. Pontos no canal do Brawlhalla? Depois eu dou uma olhada. Meia arrastão. Pô, o tamanho da meia. Pro Raimundo ou pro Javai ir embora? Sei lá, mano. Orb é um negócio tão bizarro que eu não tô muito afim de torcer pra Orb. Vou te bater, vou te equipar também. Que isso? Próxima arma eu quero muito que seja um aspirador. Ou um shuriken. Que isso? Aspirador? Que? Uma skin de jogador de fute? Futebol? É futebol, Zion.
He tries, he gets the nair, low picked up, will the neutral sig rip, see, downline recovery doesn't need it, he gets that stock off the top and he is one stock away from bringing it to match point.
Profissional, eu quero muito... Ah, tá, esquece. Sim. Aí a chuteira seria a bota. Agora já pode vir a Samus, mano. Eu acho que eu comentei alguma vez que a Samus seria legal com bota. Blaster e bota. Será que vem com o Rocket, mano, essa arma nova? Imagina a BMG adicionar no futuro algo na lógica de Fatalities. Só que com Gore, obviamente. Só que sem Gore, obviamente. Fazer um combo no último estoque que daria a morte certeira e iria dar uma cutscene com o Fatality ser muito lindo. Seria da hora. Imagina isso e foi-se. Meu Deus. Agora o modo Kung Fu vai ter mais sentido. Verdade, né? Ah, mas o Kung Fu... Ah, tá. Kung Fu. Já viu a nova arma? Yes. O que você achou? Lynx, depois faz um vídeo de como jogar de Cannon ou Bow ou até de Gauntlets. Talvez eu faça, porque esse canal aí, o Lynx Full Play, ele vai ter um tutorialzinho também. Porque o Rocket eu choro de felicidade. Felicidade? Great Sword parte 2 e você me dá coach, caca. Aí, se der aí, maluco. Caraca, pegou? É isso.
One of the most terrifying things I think for Radish here is that you have gauntlets. You want to go off stage. You want to get those early KOs by yeeting your opponent into the bottom KO.
Achei que ia virar meu main. Tentar virar o melhor BR com as botinas. As botinas? Tem que ver um coturno, tá ligado? Chinelo. As botinas. Não é a mesma coisa do que do chinelo? Ou do coturno? Lynx, quanto tempo? Eu parei de aparecer aqui porque eu tava muito ocupado e eu parei de jogar o jogo. Mas voltei de novo. Gosto muito das suas lives, vou tentar voltar e a conseguir ver. É nóis, Nathan. Seja muito bem-vindo de volta, meu querido. É nóis. Espero que goste das livezinhas. Oi, Ian. Ianz. Ianz.
Yeah, Java there waiting for Rage to go for something, and Rage saying like, I'm going to calmly wait out those exclamation points to come out because I know that you can't hold on to the wall forever. Side air coming out from the bow, no sidelight afterwards, and Rage holding on the edge of the stage, puts up the orb there, trying to box
Olá, Coraus de volta. Bom dia, Lynx, bom dia. Se fosse kill certo depois do hit, eles poderiam botar o efeito de câmera lenta e aproximar a tela e ficar maneiro. Resolver do Pelé me quebrou o irmão. Não, nossa Sig. Se tu quiser. Vamos ver. Depois a gente resolve isso. Ou não também, né? Por que você uma branquela? What the fuck, mano? Mano? Ai. Vai ter que ter skin do nascimento para o novo Legend com botina.
Yeah, Radish got a really nice weapon spawn there. Java with the Contato avoids the down tick the second time, but this is decides to come through as a mix-up. D-Light recovery, Radish waiting for that landing. He's been so good with the sideline siders.
Nossa senhora. Caraca!
Really playing well with the orb here in Java. After losing that stock, can't get to get anything started. Sideline sider disarms him from the guitars. Barely got out of the way.
Ember. Nossa, uma Ember contra uma Garnet também é complicado, né, mano? O dano stunando ali do nada. Hoje os orbes estão dando medo, rapaz. É. Orb é complicado de lidar.
Right? It's so terrifying. You don't want to get hit by it. You can see that he does this dash forward toward the lip of the stage to threaten that he's going to go for that. And then he just slides right back onto the stage, jumps backwards inside airs because he's like, yep, I got you.
Yeah, and that was after, I mean, we saw repeat down six into the sides. It gets the downlight to make him afraid of recovering high. And like you said, those fadeaway stairs came out so handedly. And then, once Java was finally touching the ground,
de onde coisinha é parecido, irmão. Mano, eu tenho muita dificuldade pra fazer qualquer como tu pro lado direito. Mas pro esquerdo vai de boa, sabe por quê? Às vezes a configuração que você usa dá uma bugada na hora de mudar os lados, tá ligado? Arma linda. Já consigo fazer mais combos graças à tua ajuda, obrigado, mano. Ah, que legal. Bom dia, Lynx. Eu tô lendo de novo. Bom dia. Vestindo bastante Linkers Verse. Ok.
This game 5 is done. That is it. Their tournament run is over. They get a pretty fat check as a conciliation prize.
Vai rolar com um crossover de LoL. Do LoL já pensou?
That's where the road ends. That's where the road ends, and the winner of this continues down the road to fight against PR number 1 in North America, Luna, upset by Impala earlier on in the day. So they have quite a tough road ahead of them. But they got to get past each other first. And who's it going to be? Java or Radish here in game number 5, where Java's locking in Daryl, staying with Ember the entire way through, and Apocalypse is going to be the stage for game number 5 between these
crossover do LoL.
At BCX 2022.
Vai rolar lança-botas, comunidade. São tantas possibilidades. Por quê?
Garnet, Human Man versus Crystal Gem. Right, this is what Brawlhalla is all about, baby. We're going ahead and start in this one.
Daryl versus Crystal Gem. Tá no server do Lynx? Why?
They both understand how much this game means for their bracket run, their PR, their everything, and they're going to come out guns blazing.
Street Fighter vendo botas lançar agora. Ah, sim. Chun-Li? A gente falou aqui hoje.
The downlights, the recoveries. He goes for the fourth after Java is already from white to orange at the beginning of the game and begins to stop the pressure there. Goes up for the neutral signal.
A skin da Kali.
Thought Raiders was ready to combo it, but he chased dodges back to the stage instead and opts to go for the edge guard with the dares.
At this point, I don't know if side air will KO from the middle, but it will from the side of the stage. And now that extra bit of damage from the side is going to set him up. Almost catches Java with the down signature, but still has him in the corner. Raiders in an excellent spot to close this one out. You can get one more blow, and it's going to be a fade back side air. Still not enough juice, and he doesn't put the down sig in the right spot.
Yeah, the down sig just too close to the stage, ends up connecting with the ground. Java was able to get one unarmed Sarah before the first strike inevitably goes over to Radish. Radish barely damaged here at the beginning of game number 5, and Java struggling to get anything started. The bow looked okay, but it's Radish's orb that looks fully warmed up here in this game 5. And Flambo, you were saying Radish, plenty of game 5 sets today, and most of the time he comes out on top. The only player being able to stop him so far being Kaina.
Oh man, you can see it's becoming a pretty neutral heavy game now. They're scared to throw out attacks because they don't want to get whiff punished. They want to make sure that if they're pressing that light attack button or that signature button, that is going to connect with the opponent like it did there.
Tem uma área muito boa.
Perfectly lining up that neutral signature.
Yeah, it doesn't lead to the knockout though, and Java dodged directly upwards, hoping that Radish would spot dodge to get the punish. But Radish makes it back to the stage, and these bow side airs are going to need a lot more.
Minha cabeça não seria legal uma bota agora, um motosserra ser foda. Cultura pica.
Did not take as much damage as I'd expected them to, and he's keeping this game 5 really, really close.
Yeah, managing to secure that stock with the Akira slide, and now Java's sitting here saying, okay, just gotta find my opening.
Vinicinho, seja muito bem-vindo, Vinicinho Underlines. Como é que você tá, mano? Tudo bom? Primeiro vídeo no chat, espero que goste da live, tá bom? É nóis.
Because they're so hard to punish, you can drift so far when you're doing it that if you don't know whether or not you're gonna hit your opponent, it's a very nice move to have in your arsenal.
Oh, and the Cider hits. Radish putting on those ground pounds. Cider connects. These fade back stairs are so great. He gets this recovery. Second recovery comes through. Java gets the neutral air, but no jump. Nothing to be able to follow up. Can't go for an early knockout there.
Muito simpático, merece 10k de sub. Sub seria bom, hein?
The guitars there. Spot dodges once. Dash. Spot dodge. Gets past one dare, but can't get past the fadeaway side air as Radish is looking to take this next stock from Java pretty quickly. One guitar recovery comes through, but Java is going to need more than just one hit here and there to be able to deal with Radish.
Java hasn't been able to get a string going on these
Dois.
Katars.
1 milhão. Só 1 milhão. 2.
As he's down to potentially his tournament stock here. If Radish is able to close this game out, sitting on 2 stocks, needs to make it back on the center stage, but he's in such a good position to go ahead and move on further in bracket.
Silent does not connect there, but he got one good punish off the neutral sig. Delay neutral air. This is where Java Science juggling his opponents in the sky, but no, Radish makes it back, gets some damage himself too, and Java doesn't even want to switch over to the guitars. He's got
paper, but finally, Radish
O Lynx mesmo. E toda volta tem Maria no nome. Ué, do nada? Mano, Radish já tá...